Hello. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jeanette, and I am a high vibrational being, and I'm here to deliver guidance, messages, thoughts, experiences that I have been going through, and messages that I receive. Um, Not all the messages are going to be for everyone, so please use your own discernment when you watch my videos. And if these videos don't relate to you, then you know what? It's okay. My videos are not for everyone. It's for those who are on the spiritual path and who are receiving the guidance and are connecting to their hearts. I haven't been here for the past, I think it's 6 days. I haven't been live in a while, so I'm always healing. I'm always in connection and being guided by the Spirit. So there are times where I'm not going to be on YouTube, and it's for my own healing and to receive the messages from Source or my Starseed family or my ancestors, my spiritual team, the guidance that I receive from the spirit realm, which I am very connected to. There are a few things that I want to speak about, and I believe that on 12/20, I wrote this down 12/27 of 2025 as I was watching a show. I get messages and I get confirmations from messages that I receive that things are happening or has happened in somebody's life, and I am being given these messages to give to those so that they are aware and to also heal from, because the time now is not for people to try to hide or do things that are not of the highest good of all. It's a time for us to be very in a space of love and very understanding and very compassion towards one another. So on this day, I was getting that someone is going to be arrested for a cold crime that has been followed up, and a person has been found through a DNA testing that they had taken out a woman, and the person who did this thought that he got away with it for so many years. This may have been during the time when this person was a teenager, when he committed the crime. He had a past of criminal activity and substance abuse. This person's blood was found on the victim's fingertips. The victim was a woman. The police had gotten his DNA through an article of a bottle of water that he was drinking, and the DNA matched the victim, and it was found compatible. The suspect report having an unstable upbringing. Father was an alcoholic, and this father was very abusive towards him. And as I was getting this, they showed me the initial, And this person is a suspect of maybe 2 other crimes that they committed. So this is a message that I got on 12/27. I just want you to know and tell the person who is guilty, because they watch my channel. The person who is guilty of this crime, you are going to be found. You are either you there, you are being watched, and you're not going to get away with it. You thought you've got away with it, but you're not. And I pray for your soul, and I pray for those souls who have committed any harm towards any individual or had any thoughts in doing things to harm another person, because money, uh, and when you are under the influence, people do things that take over their vessel. So on 12:30, I want to share that lately there are words that is constantly being used very frequently. This is an educational aspect of what I am receiving and what is going on in our world today. With the words that are constantly being used, which I've learned and I've researched, and I've never had this experience until I was enlightened. These words are very frequently used in the spiritual realm. Frequency, vibration, sequence, numbers, symbols, cosmic laws, higher level of consciousness, dimensions, grids, grid worker, field alignment, transmissions, codes, resonates, coherent, density. Spiritual coherence means a deep harmonious alignment across your inner self, your body, your mind, your soul, emotion, and your outer life, creating a sense that your existence makes a deep sense, is purposeful, and follows with universal intelligence or higher power, often achieved through practices like meditation, prayer, and aligning actions with core values, leading to inner peace, vitality, and connecting its opposite to fragmentation and disconnection, allowing for wholeness, clarity, and resonant living. This is the world that we are in at this moment, working from a space of coherence, working from a space of love, working from a space of compassion, understanding, consciousness. The internal alignment is your thoughts, feelings, physical sensation, and spiritual beliefs are in sync, not at odds. Meaning and purpose, a sense that your life has a coherent narrative direction, an inherent value, harmony, and rhythm. This is all part of being coherence. A stable, consistent inner state, often linked to heart rhythm and breathing, allowing to clear energy flow. Connection, feeling connected to yourself, others, and something larger, source, God, universe, consciousness. Wholeness means integrating fragmented fragmented experiences into a unified, evolving self rather than trying to fix or return to a past state? How is it cultivated? Through mindfulness and meditation. Practices that calm dispersed thoughts and create focused attention. The heart center emotions is cultivating gratitude, love, compassion, and joy. Breath work, controlling vital life forces through deep rhythmic breathing. It's very important knowing how to do breath work, which is called pranavama. Living your values is ensuring your actions are aligned with your deepest beliefs, creating integrity. Spiritual practices, prayer, yoga, and other rituals that foster unity and connection, that foster unity and connection. In essence, spiritual coherence is the experience of life making sense at its deepest level, fostering a state of integrated well-being and resonant connection. Coherence is an aspect of divine reality that will increase and embodied. Remember that light is information. Treat your body with respect, with hydration, with minerals, with sleep, with movement, because kindness increases conductivity. Presence carries the organizing intelligence that quickens the body. When sensation arrives, greet it as a message. When the heart asks for quiet, honor it as a calibration. That's another word, calibration. You are learning new literacy, the language of sensation, the grammar of frequency, the poetry of embodiment. Acquisition consciousness measures progress by what the hand holds and what the calendar proves. It often produces movement driven by hunger for reassurance. Grace consciousness measures progress by coherence, by the quality of being, by the radiance you carry into ordinary movement. Meditation becomes a meeting, prayer becomes a listening, service becomes radiance. And these are my thoughts, and this is what I wrote on January 2nd, 2026. This may come of some surprise to many, but our world and humanity has been under heavy attacks, spiritually and physically. This includes us humans, starseeds, that are here to help Mother Gaia and the collective go back to being a sovereign being of light. This war has been happening for thousands and thousands of years. And to be honest, the dark forces have been taken out. Or some that don't believe, you're seeing that, will be so that our world will be a very coherent world to live in. There have been forces that are hidden, that the human eye is not able to see, but they are and have been here to help humanity go back to the golden age, the age of Aquarius, where beings of superhuman intelligence, lived and helped with technology to service the collective, not in greed, but in unity for all. Farmers will be raising their healthy animals with no GMO. Medical will be from our trees, our flowers, our fruits, our vegetables to rejuvenate ourselves. Our waters will be very blessed and clean to drink without being tampered with parasites that can harm animals and humans. The technology that is hidden will gently be disclosed to humanity. These technologies include free energy because, as you know, many many will know that everything is energy all around us and in us. The fuel that is used will be terminated because it is toxic to us and our planet. Resources will be very different from what many humans are used to. Paper versus quantum frequencies, gold, silver exchanges, copper will be the new world resources. Numbers that I've been seeing, and these numbers are downloads or information or messages that these numbers interact with our vessels, with our memories, with messages that come from the universe. 1144, 555, 333, and 4444 was the numbers that I saw today. I also want to speak about Valiant Thor, a universal emissary who met with President Eisenhower in 1957. Valiant Thor is from a planet called Venus. Valiant Thor is a humanoid extraterrestrial from planet Venus who arrived on Earth with a mission to share advanced technology, promote message of peace, love, and unity, and help humanity avoid self-destruction. I want to say that Ishmael Perez, who has a channel on YouTube, who I listen to as well, his messages, he is a star seed, has connections to Valiant Thor via transmissions through meditation and many current messages of what is happening in our government. And contact with benevolent beings is being exposed through his YouTube channel. Ishmael Perez is the author of two great books, which I hope to read very soon. The Cosmic Origin, which is said to be the #1 on Amazon. I don't promote anyone. I don't do this. Um, I just, um, when somebody speaks authentically, when somebody's message is really, really information, and it's speaking from a space of awareness and consciousness and of love and compassion, and is connected to sources that are beyond people's imaginations. I am very, very empowered by this information. So I listen to the message. And whatever resonates, and whatever I take in, whatever I don't take in, I will not take in. But a lot of his messages I have resonated with because I have channeled these messages a long time as well. to the collective, let them know what is going on with this planet, and that we are never have never been here alone. We are always being watched. There are benevolent beings that are around us in this planet and outside of our planet, watching everything that is going on. I also want to inform the, the, the public that don't take everything that you see on the media, on the YouTube channels for what it is. A lot of things are being played out and putting fear into the collective. So please be very, very careful with what you are watching. I was taken back when I found out yesterday from the message that Ishmael Perez gave, where there was a briefing, and I could relate to this because I watch a lot of the Stargate seasons, so I'm up to the Atlantis season at this moment, and a lot of the briefings from the government, they have people who are in connections to outer world technologies, and this information is being kept secret by high officials, but is only for the highest good of all until the public is ready to receive the messages. So we have been receiving these messages very, um, very, little pieces here and there. So that way, um, you guys can prepare yourself for what is really coming, so that way you're not in fear, and you are in a space of compassion and love. And it's going to be shocking for many. What I heard yesterday, and I always found it that people in high places do very, very unthought of acts towards humans, towards children. The illicit drugs that they put out, that fentanyl. I speak because I was given fentanyl as a pain reliever, but it was a medication to take you out. It was a medication that was used to have you become addicted, have you in control. And from what was told yesterday in this briefing, with whatever's going on with Venezuela and this president and whatever they have done, a lot of it had to do with trafficking of narcotics, of these types of these types of drugs that was given to humanity, and many people's lives were lost due to these medications that were given to doctors, and doctors were giving them to patients. And these patients were taking these medicines and they became addicted. And with the addictions, a lot of their lives were ended because of fentanyl. Children being exposed to this dangerous chemical. And people are out there selling this chemical to harm and hurt other other beings, but that is being put to rest. That's why I say we have to forgive, because there's a lot of information that the collective have no idea that has been done on a very wide scale. And there have been presidents. There was President Biden. There was President Obama. There was President Clinton. There was President Bush. Okay? These were the last presidents before President Donald Trump. They all sold their souls. They all took part, they all participated. Governments participated, senators participated, judges participated, doctors participated, movie actors, actresses participated in scams and schemes. To take out and to oppress and to enslave. They have been dealt with. You may see their clones. That's who they are, clones. There is so much. Doctors, lawyers, family members, friends, connections. I mean, it's from the top billionaires that were invested. These WARs around the world which was, there was more to that than what we were really told. These people did very cold-hearted rituals. The technology, the 5G, the following, the cameras, which I say hi to all the time. I mean, they follow. I really do not give into the energy. I really understand exactly what is going on in this world. I really am very knowledgeable of the system that has failed humanity, and those who are in these systems, who are the whistleblowers who are helping. We send prayers to all those lost souls who have been used, who have been told stories of luxury lives and stuff like that. If you take a life out, this is what you will receive. But they fail to forget that there is a God. There is a God. There is a God that sees everything. There is a God. There are angels. There are benevolent beings. We are not alone. That watches every action of every person on this planet. That knows your thoughts. That knows everything. All they are hidden secrets. Knows the things that you have done. Sees you for who you are. I see too. I see every injustice. I see people's intentions. I feel the energy. I sent love. I sent you healing. I have compassion. I am not the one to judge you. I'm not. You had free will. You had choices. Every one of these people had choices. But this has been happening for thousands and thousands of years. And this has been in the book, in the Revelations, that it was going to end. That those who were in darkness will fall. And the light will always prevail. The light is information. The light is truth. The light is your heart. The light is God. When you walk in alignment, when you walk with that frequency, when you put out only but good, when you learn how to change and reprogram your mind that has enslaved us. Because I speak from experience. Every issue, every social problem I have faced in my lifetime. In this lifetime, I've seen everything. I've experienced everything. But I always had love. I always forgave. I never, ever, ever, ever said that I would revenge on anyone for the things that I have experienced and the things that were done to me. I would never, ever hurt a human being. I would never lie. I will never be very deceitful, dishonest. I don't gossip. I chose to change my life. I chose to be in a space with God. Once again, I say to you, those who like to mock, those who like to antagonize, I pray for you. Because you're an adult. You're an adult and you're acting like a child that is hurt. And you need to go within. And you need to tell that child, reassure that child that inner child that didn't receive the love that they needed to receive because the attention that they are seeking is through bullying, is through antagonizing, is through deceitful. I pray for you. I pray for your soul. I pray that one day you will realize the beautiful being that you are, because we come from a God that is a very benevolent, loving being, energy, very kind. And that God is within all of us. And if you don't see the beauty that you are, nobody can help you but yourself. Nobody can help you but yourself. I wanted to put these affirmations out, realizing your true self. This affirmation of spiritual integration is adapted from an ancient poem by perhaps the greatest saint that ever lived in India, Adi Shankara. Let me see if I have it. Adi Shankara. Say this affirmation audibly, with a clear voice, with certainty. I am not the body. I am not the soul, the mind. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am not the ego. I am not the ears, the tongue, nor the senses of smell or sight. I am not either nor air. I am eternal bliss and awareness. I am spirit. I am not the life force energy, nor the elements of the physical body, nor the subtle body, nor hands, nor feet, nor any other limb of the body. I am eternal bliss and awareness. I am spirit. I have no fear, greed, or delusion. I have no loathing or liking. I possess no pride or ego or dharma or liberation. I have neither mental desires, nor do I seek any object of desire. I am eternal bliss and awareness. I am spirit. I know neither pleasure nor pain. I know not virtue and vice, neither mantra nor sacred place. I know not spiritual study of rituals. I am not the eater, the food, or the meat. I am eternal bliss and awareness. I am spirit. I have no fear or pain. I have no distinction of class. I have neither father nor mother. I have no birth or death. I have neither friends nor camaraderie. I have neither discipline nor guru. I am eternal bliss and awareness. I am spirit. I have no name, form, or fancy. I am all pervading. I exist everywhere. Yet I am beyond the senses. I am not salvation. I am nothing to be known. I am eternal bliss and awareness. I am spirit. Know who you are. Know that you are a beautiful. Stop identifying yourself with things outside of yourself. Nobody needs to validate how beautiful, how powerful, how creative you are. You are that already. Know that you are. Spirit within this vessel that you are walking around. Know the power that you hold, and stop letting people dictate to you, or you thinking that you're not worthy enough when you are. Stop hurting yourself, because when you hurt others, you hurt yourself. When you are under the influence, you are hurting yourself. You are hurting the God that is within you. Let go of the addictions. Let go of the programmings. I wish take time out for yourself. You may see this world as chaotic. I see it. I I am very, very ecstatic. I'm very I'm very happy that things are changing. There's a cleansing going on in this planet, and it's going on within us, and it's going on outside. Mother Gaia is purging. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. Learn of the ancients, of those who were here, of those who believed in peace and love and happiness and compassion and oneness and unity, not in separation. Learn who you are. Know the power that you hold. We are superhuman beings. For those who are here, you know who you are. When you walk with love, you radiate love. When you walk with that aura, no, the millions don't matter. What matters is what you are putting out into the universe. We are always without. We never lack. That was a mind, a program that was embedded within us for thousands of years, that we had to enslave ourselves to systems to take care of us. We seek, we seek within ourselves. I don't know if I ever read this, but I'm going to read it again. Freedom without compassion is merely Another hierarchy weaving different clothes. Watch for patterns. Decentralization, transparency, local sovereignty, cooperative design. These patterns prepare a civilization for contact. Remember, if you're not vibing in a very high vibrational being state, these beings from worldly spaces, you have to be in a vibration where they're able to reach you. Low vibrational, they are not able to. Some will, but some won't. But if you want to activate your dormant DNA, you will have to be in a space of love, coherence, in order to receive. The patterns prepare a civilization for contact because contact requires maturity. You have to be mature. You cannot be in a state of that negative energy, that immature state. Requires maturity, and maturity expresses itself as a system that do not need secrecy to function. Matrix is an artificial coherence built over time through fear-based systems, distorted belief structures, technological frequencies, and agreements made without awareness. That's what the matrix is. Be careful with what you're agreeing with whom you're making agreements with. Systems, contracts. Be careful with the contracts that you're signing. Make sure that the workspace that you're working comes from a space of love and compassion and understanding, not only for the client, not only for the customer, but for the workers. This is a world where we are creating, where businesses are not going to steal from their customers or from their employees. The frequency that is on this earth at this time is not going to accept that. There's businesses that are losing their companies. I don't know if you're seeing this. Businesses that are losing their companies because these companies were used as a stage for fraudulent, for scamming, for taking people's identity, taking people's IDs, banking information. This was all part of a big scam and scheme that was that was created to enslave humanity. This person who, I just wanted to go back, this person who committed this crime, I kept seeing that person's name over and over and over. I mean, it was like a whole week I was seeing this person's name. And that was confirmation. And I will not reveal that person, but that person knows, because the conscience of that person is not in the right state of mind. They are not, and you have to forgive yourself, and you have to express and speak the truth, so that way you can release this burden. Release that burden, because those people who were taken out are not resting. And they will not rest until it is made right. And the words that I gave today, people need, when you are in this spiritual journey, I mean, you watch channels, YouTube channels, you watch tarot card readings, I don't understand. If you're watching these podcasts and you are watching these spiritual podcasts, are you doing the work? There's some that are doing the work, there's some that are not. And I just have to say, I don't do readings anymore. I do not. I do not use tarot cards. I do not look into anybody's love life, financial life, because you need to know that for within your own self. You need to go within and get those answers, because you are capable of receiving those answers. Stop giving your power away to people. I don't use tarot cards no more. My messages come directly from the one consciousness. When you are connected to everything and everyone, you know. That's all I have to say. But what I want and what I want and what I want is what I want. But in reality, people are going to do what they want regardless. But that's your choice, because you have your free will, right? I live very good. I live very peaceful. I live in a space where I am, I could breathe. I don't have the drama. I don't have the chaos. I don't have that. And I'm very thankful, because I learned how to clear that energy out of my field, out of my system, out of my DNA. I learned how to reprogram my mind all over again, to be in oneness with the most divine creator. I was giving my power away to so many people that didn't deserve it. And I'm fine with it. I learned how to forgive and let go. That's why I'm constantly in a healing environment, in a peaceful environment. The chaos is not healthy for me. I cannot be around this world of people, the drama. It's very unhealthy. It just doesn't go with my energy anymore. I don't know how people could be around other people that are constantly arguing and fighting and attacking one another when you're attacking your own self. When you have to look that's a mirror, that's a shadow aspect of yourself. Things that are coming up in patterns within people and places. What environments are you hanging out to? People that you are hanging. Listen, there are so many things that there's people that think their devices, their phones cannot be tracked. They think by deleting their messages, by deleting things, it's always saved. There's a cloud in these phones that could always be. Detectives always can pick up everybody's place of where they have went to. So don't think that you're having a conversation unless you're going to get a burner phone. You learn a lot from watching these crime shows. You learn a lot. You learn how people try to hide a lot of information, and you see that the technology that is used now is easily accessed. Easily found when people try to hide. These governments, these people who have been in senators, mayors all over the world that partook in this big roundup that the president and a lot of the alliances that are benevolent. And Valiant Thor is part of this big thing that is happening around the world. These places that have scammed and schemed: India, Panama, Peru. And I used to wonder, why am I getting these messages? Why was I guided to get cards from different countries? Now I understand. I understand. Because it was happening all around the world, and everything is a thread, it is all connected. It is all connected. Everything from the top all the way to the littlest people, and that's the the people that they oppressed, the people that they used. And many were used. Many were taken advantage. And by those who took advantage and thought that they was going to live a life of luxury, that system is broken. Who thought that they were going to live with the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, the diamonds, the Rolex, the cars. A lot of people are going to jail. They got to make room for all these people. You know, I come on here to share the wisdom and the knowledge that I have received. And it always comes from the kindness of my heart. My channel has been suppressed. My channel has been stalked. My channel, but I am good with it. Because those who did it and have done it and who's doing it and who want to keep me in a state of who thought that they could get away with trying to take my life, try to keep me in bondage. The things that I saw them, the rituals that they did, they did a lot. But there's some people tend to forget that God is the one in control. And those who wanted all this for star seeds, who wanted to take their life, their destiny, that's impossible. That's impossible. It will never happen. It will never happen because your heart is not pure. Your heart is not in a space of compassion. You have to heal your pain. You have to go through all the levels and devils that we had to face, all the challenges, to get rid of those shadow aspects of yourself and have a connection with the Divine Father, God. When you don't have that connection with God, when you work from a space of lies, from a space of secrecy, gossip, I'm sorry for your loss. But I know let's do this. I have compassion for you. Know that I'm never alone. Know that I have a very powerful spiritual team that sees everything and everybody's intentions. That I have a God, the God that of all of us, that is very protective of their children. And there's no weapon that could ever be formed that will ever be prosper, because the weapons were formed, but we are still here. And we are still delivering the messages of love, not of hate. We don't curse. We don't look into anybody's life without their permission. We don't do that. We here as sovereign beings. We are here to raise the vibration of ourselves and of this planet. We are here as God's workers, messengers, healers. We are here and nobody can take us out. And there's nothing that anybody could do. We are shielded by the blood of Christ. We are protected, full armor. You have no idea the shields that we have, the layers. When you do the work, when you go within and you sit with yourself for 6 years with nobody, alone, your family, your friends were all had to get out the way. No relationships. The only relationship you have is with God. That's the only relationship that I've been having. The relationship with the Most High God, with my spiritual team. I am living proof that God is real. That there's a force that is beyond anybody's imagination. That is very loving and very caring. And when you connect to that God, that energy, that source that's within you, you walk this world without no fear, and you walk it with dignity, you walk it with grace, and you walk it with courage, and you walk it with so much love and compassion for all. And you create. You become a creator in your own life. You create your own reality. You have no idea. Prayers are very powerful. Your spiritual team is very powerful. These are beings that you have no idea. When you heal yourself, there's energy that comes out your hands. There's a vibration within your being that you feel. There's this heart that is so open, that is so understanding, that is so compassionate for all. We are not perfect, and God doesn't matter what you've done. When you go to God and you repent and you turn your life around, that's the greatest gift you could ever give yourself. That is the greatest gift you could ever give yourself. My son, he's always with me. He's not here physically, but he's here spiritually, and he's very protective. He is a guardian angel. There are people that come into this world that are angels, that are here helping, and you have no idea who they are. But once you mess with one of God's children, you find out. And when you go around sneaking and trying to look into somebody's life through cards, through any other form of divination, which is against spiritual law, you will reap what you sow. It's against the law to ask anyone to do a reading about someone else without their permission. Learn about spirituality. Learn about divination. Learn about the laws of spiritual laws, the cosmic laws that hasn't been taught, but you can learn them through research. Ask your guidance, ask your inner self to guide you to these teachings. So that way you're not out there like a lost puppy. There's a lot of people. I can't even, people who have been programmed through these things that they have been put into people and through these illicit drugs that they take, the marijuana, okay, that are spiced. They're walking around like zombies, like they don't know what's going on in this world. And that's because they have been hacked. They have been hacked. That's why I say be careful with what the children are watching. Monitor the little ones. Monitor their intake on TV, on their devices. If they use device, there's frequencies, there's energy that has been used, and it's going to be taken out, because humans have been weaponized through 5G, through these devices, these phones, these black screens. God's children are star seeds, okay? They have abilities that are beyond the human intelligence. I've been saying that for the longest. Like Marvel cartoon, like the Marvels, oh my God, what, X-Men. X-Men, okay? Superpowers. That's why they can't give them to low vibrational beings, because they can't give it to them, because they will abuse their gifts. You have to be in the space of being very pure of heart. Have no ill intentions towards any being or even any animal. God knows your heart. And you think that through other rituals and other places and other ways of trying to get your gifts, it's not going to work. You have to do the work yourself. You have to go within. You have to sit and align yourself to the energy, the healing energy of our planet. This is a live being. Earth is a live being. Mother Gaia is a live energetic field. I don't know how many times, I don't know if you guys don't understand that, there are planets outside of this universe. There are stargates that have been use to go in and out of portals to different places outside of this planet. You don't have to even go through these. If you are a starseed, you travel, okay? You travel to these dimensions. You travel to these other planets. You travel beyond this world. I'll be back. Let me see. Can I put this on hold? I'm back. I had to take a few minutes. Many people have laughed. Many people have laughed about a lot of things that I've said, a lot of things that I've predicted, which wasn't me. It was really it's really my spiritual guides and my Father, God. They laughed at God. That are coming into existence at this moment. And those who are not of high frequency and are coming, the that Gersa type of energy where you are going to be contacted to go to these redemption centers to activate the frequency of, if you know what I'm speaking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not in that vibration, you're not going to be contacted. You are going to be the type of energy that is more of a robotic system that is digital, AI. There are two choices. There's love, and that's the other side. You have a choice. You have a choice of where you want to be at. There's no competition anymore. Competition, that's not even, I don't even watch games because it's not real. These footballs, they're not real. They're not. It's all a scam. There's cleansing our bodies, finding healthier foods. It's a much better way of healing yourself, learning how to eat clean. I have to reprogram my body all over again. I have to do a lot of cleaning within my system as well. And at one time, when I started this journey, I did a lot of water fasting. A lot. And I was receiving so many messages. It was like Edgar Casey. Like I was in my sleep and I was getting lots and lots of messages. Lots and lots of them. I get lots and lots and lots of messages. But back then it was more clearer. There's different ways that I'm getting messages. It's a lot through, it's just like, it's automatic. It's like automatic, but I don't need to tell everybody the information that I am getting. That's not what we do. Prepare yourself and don't ever be in fear, because what's coming will not, and those who are who are in a space of compassion and love, balanced, you're gonna be okay. But those who are looking at the news and believing everything that is being put out is real, be careful. Be careful with that information, because everything that you're seeing is not real, is not true. Watch the people who you are getting your messages from. The people who like to curse and like to talk about other people who do, it's very unhealthy. It's not a healing energy. When people who are not healed and they put out information that comes from a hurt space, you have to be careful that you are not constantly watching that energy. Step back from the drama. What you see in the media is not what it appears. There's an illusion that is being placed. and they want you to believe one thing. That's why you have to go within your own self to get the information and stop depending on people for the information. Antarctica. Antarctica has a place where space information, military contact. There's a Antarctica is there's a base within Antarctica that has frozen technology, frozen people, frozen beings. There's something about Antarctica. If there could be information about Atlantis. Remember, Atlantis went underwater. There's another world that people don't have no idea what's on the inside this whole globe, this planet. It's a lot of beautiful places that are hidden. And when you do your research on Valinthor, I shared that before because I did they always said that Valinthor was a conspiracy. He's not a conspiracy. And he's over 600 years old. And he still looks the same. And he's from Venus. He's from Venus. And there's a lot of lies. And that's Valinthor. I don't know if you can see him, but that's Valinthor. Do your research. He lived in the Pentagon with Eisenhower. When he was there, he met with Eisenhower. And he's still here. He's helping humanity, going through this big, great awakening on this planet at this time. I just wanted to share page 1 of The Secret Government from The Secret Government by Ismail Perez presents a world where Earth is embroiled in an ancient conflict between benevolent and malevolent forces. Perez contends that a clandestine global network tracing its roots from ancient entities infiltrates and manipulates world affairs through secretive organizations exerting control over nations, religion, and economics. Perez poses that this covert authority engineers crisis, fuel conflicts, and manipulates population through psychological tactic and engineering illnesses. Yet he foretells of a forthcoming transformation where the restoration of sacred knowledge and the rise of the white knights will shatter this shadow rule and heralding an era of freedom, prosperity, and enlightenment for humanity. So that's part of his book. Perez argues that the secret worldwide power employs various strategies to maintain control over people, such as media distortion, psychological maneuvers, and the deliberate creation of diseases, along with the advances technology for influencing thoughts and behaviors. I always spoke about this. I always knew that the illnesses were created by humans. The author contends that there have been deliberate attempts to keep humanity docile and oblivious by encouraging materialistic lifestyles and hiding the truth about spiritual matters, as well as instilling a sense of fear. The methods utilized by the cultistine global authority to determine and govern populations. The book highlights how secretive circles of powerful individuals primarily asserts their control over humanity by fabricating crises and utilizing technology designed to manipulate human thoughts. The strategy, often referred to as a problem reaction solution, is employed by engineer crisis with the aim of realizing desired results. Perez contends that the Constantine ruler of world affairs frequently employs a potent strategy known as the problem reaction solution tactic. He describes the three phases approach where the concealed orchestrators provoke a problem, manipulate public reaction through fear monitoring and misinformation, and then offers a carefully designed solution that advances their goals. Perez highlights several pivotal events in history, including Reichstag fire in Nazi Germany, the Gulf of Tonkin incident, and the escape and escalated the Vietnam War and the 9/11 attack, all on which he claims were orchestrated by justified the augmentation of governmental authority, military engagement, and the erosion of personal liberties. He argues that these contrived crises spread through controlled media channels aim to provoke fear, shift focus away from real issues, and make the public more susceptible and accepting authoritative measures that would normally encounter oppositions. This is from the book The Secret Government by Ishmael Perez. If you don't know his channel, I would recommend his channel 100%. 100% I recommend his channel. Perez contends that by instigating divisions and inciting strife among nations, religion factions, and political entities, they weaken these groups, spread chaos, and then position themselves as the survivors, offering beneficial solutions. Ishmael Perez reveals that the secretive worldwide power frequently finances every side in dispute, profiting from the chaos while sim- sim- simultaneously con- consolidating their dominance. Perez offers a detailed account of historical events, starting with the claim that a covert global power diverted the pursuit of freedom during the French Revolution, leading to the Napoleonic Wars, a turmoil they orchestrated to disseminate unrest throughout Europe. He examines their impact on the American Civil War, suggesting that their deliberate deeds were aimed at creating conflict and destabilizing the nation's balance. He further accuses them of orchestrating circumstances that perpetuated the global conflict of both worlds, of both world wars, to consolidate their monetary dominance, establish the United Nations, and advance their goal of global governance. So, that's some of the information that is in his book. I haven't personally read it, but I would love to read it, both of them. And I just, when I'm able to, I'll get it. And I would love to take his course because I think he's a very, very advanced um, starseed who is here to help humanity as well. Um, to realize who we truly are and our purpose here on earth, and the systems that have enslaved us, and the spiritual war that has been infiltrated into the physical, which may seem to appear one way, but in reality is something else. And all that hidden secret is going to be revealed, and is being revealed slowly but surely into the collective. Because if you guys were to get the full information in one, it wouldn't be beneficial. It would not help. So that's why things are being done in a very precise and very strategic way. So please be very careful with the people that you speak to. And if people are not um, helping you raise your vibration, I would question that relationship, because it's not going to help you when somebody is not at your level, at your frequency, at your consciousness level. That is only here to hinder your life. Remember, there are people that are in your family, in your friend circles, that are around those friend circles as well, that are not of your highest good, especially if you know that you're a star seed. You need to take care of yourself. You need to be careful. You need to connect and realize the being that you are. All of you, all of you, all of you. Connect with yourself, because we come from a source of God that is very powerful, and we have been lied to for such a long time. And I encourage you to really, really seek out those who are the truth tellers versus those who want to keep you in a chaotic timeline versus a timeline where is a healthier timeline. Timeline is another terminology. I didn't know what timeline was. We are all in different timelines. We are all in, this is like a parallel universe. It's like so many, we are all in one place at many times, and it's like if you understood how this energy of works, you will understand how powerful, how beautiful this world is, and how we are able to make it better. Make it better, find peace. I'm going to end it because I've been here a very long time. But listen, when I watch people who are in a very high vibration and who are here to help humanity, I have no problem um, sharing sharing the channel. Ishmael Perez's YouTube channel. For those who are interested, that's his channel. That's Ishmael Perez. And he has a lot of videos there that tells of a lot of secrets, a lot of information. And the last channel, he was the Alliance Update, which was the intelligence, sorry, the intelligence briefing, organs of criminal network identification. For those who haven't seen that, I encourage you to watch that channel. I encourage you to watch this one specifically because he has a briefing in regards to those who are responsible, and the the information about this Venezuela man and his wife that were arrested yesterday, and the connections to everything that is happening in our world. I love you all. I thank you all. I pray for you all. I wish you all the best. Whenever I am called to come and do my live, I will do my live. I do have videos that I have, how you say it? I have done some shorts. I've done videos that are in my channel, in my videos. They're not live, but I done videos there. If you're interested in listening to my messages, you're welcome to it. And those who resonate, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you feel like it. And if you don't, I'm okay with it because YouTube does not pay me. I'm here. I do the work of the Most High God. I am very blessed and very thankful. And I am at service to humanity. I am not at service to self. I stopped doing the readings because it's a lot of energy that you pull, and plus it's wasn't getting me anywhere. It really wasn't. People were just, it wasn't really. I gave the messages that I needed to give. I there's no more to be said in regards to that. And when I get messages, I will write them down and I will give them to the collective when the time is right. Not everything that God tells me, I will revealed because I have to follow spiritual law and the guidance. Oh, and I also I brought a guitar today. I brought a guitar and I thought I'm gonna try to remember how to play the guitar. I will try to learn how to play the guitar. But I brought a guitar today and I thought it was so cute, and I just wanted, my inner child wanted to come out and play a little tune. But I think it sounds pretty good. That's my song for today. I love you all, and I will pray for you all. Please stay in the light. Please love one another. Be kind to one another. Help one another. If you see somebody needs a cup of coffee, buy them a cup of coffee. Um, Whatever you could do to be at service and be kind to one another, it's very much needed in this world at this time. Share a little love, share a little kindness. It goes a long way. And believe me, God sees your intentions. He knows your heart, and He knows your thoughts. So don't worry about that. I'm good. My guitar is good, and I'm very blessed and very thankful. And if it bothers you, then you know what? You don't have to listen to it. Have a good night, and stay prayed up and stay blessed, because darkness is over with. Light has won. And we are experiencing that now in the 3D world. But in the spiritual realm, we already won. We're just feeling it down here, and we're seeing it down here, and it's going to get pretty busy. So always stay in the space of love and forgiveness, and don't judge those. Don't be angry, and find forgiveness and trust and believe. There's a lot of information that was kept from humanity that is going to be, it's going to be told. I love you and have a good night. Namaste. And what else? Don't ever forget to be grateful and thankful. Bless your water. Go out into nature. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to cleanse your body. If you're open to fasting, that is a good way of connecting as well to your inner self, and taking time out from the noise, and shutting down your phone and finding peace. Because I find that even when I am watching, I like to watch the Stargate um, series, but at times I need to shut it down because I feel like I don't want to be in that space of noise, or I just want to be in silence. So my body tells me not to be in listening to a lot, even uh, a lot of things that doesn't serve me anymore. I've chosen to be very careful of the information that I receive. I love you and have a good night. Bye. I see you soon.